Off, thank you for being here. Okay, so the number one thing that I noticed, I was doing this too. I was spending so much time like reading, watching YouTube videos. I'm on a journey for self improvement, which most of us are, but a lot of times I really didn't get anything out of it besides feeling like, okay, I was a little bit smarter for the day. So, the number one thing that you want to do is just to make sure that you actually see your life transforming. You actually want to have a sense of accomplishment. And the number one way for that worked for me was just basically to like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, it was really easy because when you like the videos, you're going to have a playlist. It'll show you the like playlist. And so if you need to, you can always go back there. And then also, it's going to give you like notifications or whatever. I got a notification comment for something I said under somebody's video like 2 or 3 months ago. So I forgot all about it and I actually watched the video again. I'm like, oh, okay, this was cool. And then last but not least, when you subscribe, it keeps you on track. So if you like the content, you can go back and get more of it. So I hope this makes sense. All right. Next thing is number two, write it down. Okay, your brain is shown that your brain actually processes information when you actually use more of your five senses. So when you hear something, when you're actually reading it, that's why I know I got to start putting captions in my videos. And then when you actually see it, so when you're using more of your five senses, it's going to register, more to you, especially physically when you write it down, because it's not only like giving you something physically to actually do, but you're more likely to keep it going when you write it down. Okay. Some people say that writing is spells or whatever, and that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, but a lot of times it's more likely to happen when you write it down. Number three, use that new skill right away. I can't tell you guys how many times I've done the opposite. I haven't used it. It's kind of like the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it, okay? I know why I'm getting tongue tied right now, but y'all get what I'm saying, all right? So as soon as the video is over, as soon as you like, comment, and subscribe, and you write it down, the next thing you have to do is just apply it. A lot of times people say, oh, well, I'll try. No, trying is lying. You either going to do it or not. So do it, okay? So for instance, there was a video that I did. It was about doing affirmations, using your affirmations. And so it'll tell you, to write something down 5 times a day and then say it. Okay, so I'm like, all right, I can do that. That doesn't seem like that's hard. So you want to make it easy too, because you're more likely to follow it. All right, so the next thing is going to be number four. Turn it into an affirmation. I just said that. Something along the lines of, I am so happy and grateful that I now receive money every day. If you know what you want, make it specific, okay? Set the intention behind it and feel like you already have it. This is also part of manifestation. But that's the whole thing that you want. You want to actually see what you've been learning come true, right? All right. So, what I notice is when you actually say those affirmations, you're speaking it into existence, all right? So, you want to do that. Another part of that is like, okay, so I am so happy and grateful that I make $5,000 each month, all right? You can say that, and if you know what you want, be specific. If you don't know, go general. And I learned that from Abraham Hicks, all right? Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is number five. Of course, when you say your intentions, your affirmations, you want to say it with feeling. And you want to like close your eyes and just imagine it happening right now. You want to be able to visualize it, but then you actually want to feel like you already have it. So that's number five. Your affirmations have to have intense focus and feeling going with it. It's not enough to just say it, because you're not really going to believe it if you do that. But if you get deep into it, if you feel like it's already happening, you feel excited for this $5,000, that you see yourself walking to the counter, giving them this check, and them giving you the money in your hand, then you're going to feel like it's more possible. And so another thing about doing it that way is your subconscious will automatically start to feel like that, and then it'll start to find ways to make what you told it to happen. So it's like you're giving your brain, you're giving your subconscious a job to do. And so your subconscious, along with the universe or whatever source energy, whatever you believe in, is going to try to find the easiest ways to make that come to you. So I hope this is all making sense. This is also part of manifestation too. All right, and then last but not least, this is like number 6. This is a bonus one that I know. A lot of times, if you feel comfortable, sharing what you're learning with others, then do so. Because one thing about it is, if you do that, it kind of gives you a sense of being accountable. You have a sense of accountability to somebody else. It's kind of like if you say, oh, I'm going to lose 20 pounds by the end of the month or whatever. Well, if you tell somebody that, then it's kind of like they have to hold you to it. So, yeah. So that's another thing. You definitely want to see if you can have an accountability partner, but that's only if you feel confident enough. Sometimes it's better just to keep what you're doing under wraps, just depending on, if you have somebody close enough that you feel comfortable with kind of letting them in on what you want to do. But if you don't feel comfortable, keep it to yourself. But definitely try these 5 ways to apply what you've learned, and you should be able to see some kind of good things materialize for you. I would say like within the next day or two. I've done these things and I've seen things happen for me instantly. So it's very possible. But the main thing is, you want to go in and reset your mindset, okay? I'm not about to be doing all this work for nothing. I want to see some transformations, okay? It doesn't make sense to be so super smart, have all this knowledge up here, but then your life is still not working the way that you want it to. So at least just start these things and you should be able to see some positive, some positive reinforcement. Okay, if this was helpful to you, I appreciate you like, comment, and subscribe, of course. But then also check out my other videos on Real Life Home Revealed. That's where I do the hauls, reviews. And then if you want to hear me sing a cappella, I get a lot of good feedback from that. Just make sure you subscribe. All right, bye for now.